That's bad.
Alright, so quick update on the car because I was out here for a long time yesterday just working on a bunch of tedious stuff. I got pretty much, knock on wood, all of the welding done on the car except for the downpipe because I'm still waiting on a couple pieces for that. But all the charge pipes are done. Turbo's going through the inner fender there. That turned out pretty good. Need to wallow it out a little bit just so that there's more room. Got that charge pipe made. This is all just leftover pieces, so some of them's kind of dirty. Got that charge pipe made. Comes around up and over. I do have one coupler here, just if we ever have to pull this off for whatever reason, pulling that whole thing off is going to suck, so naturally, yeah. Put a coupler there so that we can just take this off or just take that off for, I don't know why we'd need to just take that one off. Got the hot side all finished welded. Got the wastegate on. I did wrap it because I had a thing of wrap here from, I think, Jack. So I was like, you know what? We'll wrap it. I needed to wrap up here anyway, just to insulate it from the brake lines. Got all that done, looking pretty good. I came up with a solution for the upper radiator hose. This will go there, so it'll be just like that, and then I just need to get a an adapter to go from 1.5 to 1 1/4, and then boom. So still need to make the lower hose. Oh, got the water pump actually bolted on, and I've got the new timing cover on with the drain there. So I can get started on the oil lines for this. I can put the header gaskets in, get those bolted on. They shouldn't have to come off again. We can permanently get the intake bolted down. That shouldn't have to come off again. And then we're basically on to fuel system, wiring, and drive shaft. Eventually I need to change the rear end in this car because this is still the 7.5 or 7.7, whatever the small one is from Ford. So we need to find an 8.8 for this. I got a buddy up in Grand Rapids that said I could have the stock 4-bolt 8.8 out of his car, which we might go grab, but building one, that comes out to like $600-700. If we can just find a decent used one for a few $100, then that'd be tight. So like I said, I've got most of the mechanical stuff done here. We're on to fuel system, wiring, little things like I need to finish the lower hose or the radiator hoses, get the fan in, run the training lines. I need to figure out what I want to do for the torque converter. There's a bunch of little stuff like that, but for the most part, the big things: fuel system, wiring, drive shaft, rear end. And then this thing is going to be one sweet daily driver. And speaking of one sick daily driver, that kind of brings us to my excuse for making this video, and that is Goldie Hawn. Even though I haven't owned that truck in probably 3 years, maybe 4 years now, still constantly that truck gets brought up, which is nice, and I appreciate it. And I also miss that truck. Like 3 or 4 days ago, I made an Instagram post about this, and in the comments, Goldie Hawn got brought up, and I was asked if I'm ever going to get another truck again. And the answer to that has not changed. Absolutely. I have said that I regret getting rid of Goldie Hawn so much, and I 100% am going to get another truck someday. I don't know when. I've looked. Prices are crazy right now. There is like some rusty piece of junk trucks out there for like $2,000, and I just can't justify that. Now, don't get me wrong, Goldie Hawn was also very rusty when I bought that truck. Cab corners and rockers were basically gone. There was rust on the bed sides, but overall it was a pretty decent truck. So I have been looking a lot, especially the last couple months. There were 2 for sale locally that I was real close to getting, but just had other stuff going on and I didn't want to spend the money right then. And truthfully, the only reason I got rid of Goldie to begin with was because I was just really mad at that truck. Basically, that entire summer, was just transmission issues. I would fix something, go to make a pass, and something would break. I'd go out, fix it, take it back out, something else would break, or it wouldn't shift, or just stupid stuff like that the entire summer. So I was like, you know what? I'm sick of dealing with this. Let me trade it off for something else pretty cool. Basically, life has been downhill ever since. I'm pretty sure that somehow me trading off Goldie is what started COVID. Can't confirm it, but those two are very closely linked. But yeah, one of the most fun vehicles I've ever had was when Goldie was supercharged. So yeah, I would love to have another opportunity to build a really cool street truck. We have Jack, but that's more or less all the final decisions for that go down to my dad, and I'm like, I'll do the labor, I don't care. Here's what I think we should do, and then a lot of times he ignores it, and we end up with twin turbos or stuff like that. Actually, just yesterday when I was working on the Mustang, he stopped by, and he was like, it's not gonna happen. But he was like, yeah, I think next year might be Jack's last year, and then we take that drivetrain and put it in something light. And I'm like, well, that's what the Mustang was supposed to be. But yeah, Mustang, street car. Jack, I would love to see Jack become like, I mean, honestly, Jack could be street driven the way it is. We just lay some carpet down. We got a second seat in it again. Just fix the bulbs so that they're all good, and then street truck. But yeah, I'm getting off topic here. I have been looking for another truck. Haven't found one that I really like. There was a couple last night that popped up that one, I didn't feel like driving 2 hours to the other side of the state again. The other one, they just didn't get back with me. So to answer the question of why I will never own another truck again is, I would love to own another truck again. Basically, I was just really pissed off and really stupid and got rid of the truck, and now I regret it almost every day. And I seem to have constant reminders of people like, man, I miss Goldie. You really fucked up getting rid of that truck. And I'm like, I know, dude, I know. The thing I was thinking about that also makes it hard is right now I've got the 55, which I'm not gonna get rid of. I've got the Skylark, which I'm probably not gonna get rid of unless someone makes me like a really good offer. The price I have in mind is probably unreasonable. It's like I don't want to sell it price, but if someone were to offer me that much, I'd let it go. I think all of my vehicles have that price, to be honest. And then we've got the Chevelle, which right now I'm not in love with, but I feel like once we get it painted and get the engine in it and it's basically turnkey, I can hop in it and go, I'll probably fall in love with that and not want to sell it. So we got those three, and then I've got the diesel that I kind of can't get rid of, because what else am I going to pull trailers with or do like real work stuff with? And then I've got the Envoy, which is like the actual daily driver, throw the kids in it and go wherever. So there's 5 vehicles here that are just mine. And then we've also got the Opal, which, you know, it's a project that I've wanted to do for a long time. I can kind of take it or leave it. It's going to be a lot of work to get that where I want it. So kind of who cares about that? Then we've got my wife's cars. So there's just a lot of vehicles around here. Where do I kind of squeeze that truck in, you know what I mean? Which is also part of why I got rid of the red F-150. There was just a lot going on. So that is another thing that's been holding me back, aside from just not wanting to spend the money and focus on other projects. So like in an ideal situation, in an ideal world, I finish the Mustang, finish the Mustang, finish the Chevelle, finish the 55, and then is when I really start looking for another truck. That to me would be the perfect situation. However, there is something else I've been thinking about a lot as far as like truck and trailer situation goes and like projects. The next thing that I've been talking to my dad about a lot lately is ramp trucks. I have been borderline obsessed with ramp trucks the last few weeks. Probably since the middle of summer, to be honest. I've been looking at a lot of them. I've been looking at trucks that we could pull the beds off and build our own ramp bed. My buddy Wisconsin Dave sent me some stuff about the Chevy 3500 Express vans that have the LS in them, pulling the body off of those and using those chassis for an older cab and ramp bed. So there's just been a lot of marbles floating around up here that I've been having a hard time grasping at. I really am, I make jokes about this a lot, but I really am suffering from automotive ADHD. Like whatever's shiny that week is what I gravitate towards. There's also like a bunch of people that have contacted me for work on their cars that I kept saying like, yeah, as soon as I'm done with this Cutlass, I'll get to it. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll get to it. I'll get back with you. And I've been really irresponsible and turning away a lot of money doing that. So I think as soon as I'm done with the Mustang, if I was smart, there's a guy with a Fiero who wants LS4 swapped. I've talked to him a little bit. There's a guy with a 67 Camaro. There's another guy, I can't remember what car he has. He wants swapped. My buddy over in like Schwartz Creek or whatever, who has that Cyclone that had the LSA supercharger in it. He's got a Grand National and a Typhoon that need to be built. So there's so much stuff happening. So I say that I am going to get another truck. I don't know when. There's so much stuff happening. It's probably enough rambling. I know that most of you guys skipped ahead because I would too. Who cares? So if you skipped ahead, the too long didn't listen is I 100% am going to get another truck someday. I don't know when. I've been thinking about building or getting a ramp truck because they're cool. I've been kind of obsessed with that idea the past couple months. And I've been putting off a lot of customer work because I've been distracted with my own stuff. So I should hunker down and start doing more side jobs. That's kind of the gist of everything I just said in like the last 15 minutes. Also, another thing I've been thinking about a lot that I was going to make a post about this, and I might still, because I don't know when I'm going to put this up. Do I keep the steel front end, or do I fix the glass clip and put that on? Because I keep going back and forth on it. Because on one hand, I'm like, yeah, it's fun street car, blah, blah, blah. On the other hand, I watch Finnegan's 2-hour drag week stuff, and I'm like, God, that's so fucking cool, man. There is a guy like 100 miles away that has fiberglass front fenders and everything, but it's just not the same as like lifting off the whole front clip. That's just old school cool, man. So that's my question for this video. Steel front end or glass front end? If I keep the steel front end, I still eventually want to get a glass hood for it. I'll probably run the steel one for now because that's what I've got, but it would be cool to put the glass clip on it. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know about the front end and everything. And hope you guys enjoyed your day. See you guys next time.